Well, I started to sail long time ago, way before you were born, as you know, before the 70, imagine that, 69, long, with a friend on a small boat. Okay, so with this friend was life of adventure thing, we go around the world, pure adventure, also a formation for life. We are just young, we are very young, 21 years old when we start, so yeah, we are learning life on the way, and we have, a very good trip, a trip that we really enjoy for 5 years around the world. And technically, we go places like Spitsbergen or like the Antarctic, but was just to touch, just to arrive in an extreme place, because it was a choice of our trip. Go also in easy place, but regularly go to somewhere a bit farther. To arrive in this extreme place, just to set the foot ashore, it was elation. It was an immense pleasure, just a foot ashore. That's it. We are not doing very much on the spot. We are not studying anything. We're not carrying people. But just that, and frankly, I can't say I regret this time, but it was a time when you are young, bit of innocent, not knowledgeable, and you do a thing like that, so the reward, it's enormous.
Hi everyone, welcome to Maré Sonora podcast. In English you can translate it as resonant tide. My name is Marina Guedes, I'm your host, and today I'm very happy to present an episode with Jérôme Poncet. Jérôme has been navigating in the Southern Ocean for over 50 years. First on sailboat Damien with school friend Gérard Janichon. Their circumnavigation was, and still is in fact, a huge inspiration all over the world. A few months ago I was super lucky to join one of Jérôme's recent trips to stunning places like South Geórgia, Antarctic Peninsula and the Falklands. In this chat recorded at his beautiful place in Beaver Island, he shares some memories of our journey and other special experiences on board Damien 2 and Golden Fleece. We laughed a lot, and I hope you do as well. It was indeed a great privilege to meet him and travel for over 2 months. Merci, merci et merci, Jérôme. Okay, so the record is on. Today is Wednesday, 1st of March. I'm sorry for my nasal voice because I am slightly cold after the civilization contact with people again in Stanley when we came back last week, I think. Some sort of a city virus. And I'm here at Beaver Island where Jérôme Poncet lives. And he's making funny faces like as if he was on stage. So I'm super happy to have the chance to listen a bit more and share his experiences with whoever will have a chance to listen to it. Thank you, Jérôme, for saying yes to my idea to have a chat with you.
No. Yeah, okay, we are going to try. You can go ahead.
I wish I could speak French. I really wish. It's my next goal, but I appreciate that you can do that in English. And I'm sorry for the Brazilians who will listen to it in English, but you can always listen to it on YouTube and put a closed caption or legenda on it. I was thinking, instead of asking you about Damien, instead of asking about your trip 50 years ago, and maybe we go in the past later, but for this beginning of our chat, I wanted to talk about our recent trip to Antarctica and to South Geórgia. A lot of people were saying to me before I came, oh, how lucky you are. How did you manage to be on Jérôme Poncet trip? Why did you choose us? What was your motivation to select these people that came along on the trip?
Well, it's just come with what was a sort of chance. I was wanting to go down, like I've done almost every year since over 50 years, down to South Geórgia, and Peninsula. Maybe for the last time because I'm old and decrepit. So yes, I will not go alone. I need some people, and yeah, I just look around at people which were ready to disponible and ready to come with me. So yeah, it was a mixing of different people. But here you are, because why? Because you called me before and say you had to dream to go in the Antarctic. So right, dream can be true and a reality. So you are here. Now I just come back to what you said at the beginning, that everybody told you, oh, the luck you have to go with Jérôme Poncet. Maybe he was not so much luck, because it's a grumpy old man, and you maybe not appreciate at this point. I don't know. You will tell me.
Yeah, no, I don't appreciate. That's why that's why I accept your invitation to come over to Beaver Island and see this amazing place where you live at, right? No.
No, but it was a good trip. For me, it was a good trip. I really enjoyed it. It was intense in the sense that we do. Well, I just checked this morning, Beaver to Beaver, I get 4,400 miles altogether. So it's a long trip. But we saw a lot of things in South Georgia, in the peninsula. We were moving almost every day, every day, different place, different landscape, different animal, different mountain, different ice, just going on and on and on, right to the way back, where you get the same old Stanley city just there. That was not new, but the rest, for me it was rich, and I guess for everybody which was aboard also, it's so rich that I think in one go, when you come back, you cannot process all that together. It's a bit like processing picture in so many, because there's thousands of them, and thousands of real view and things that you have to distill it during the next, for me it's what happened, the next 6 months. I can say bit by bit, it's all this image of this summer trip will come back, and bit by bit they will merge with the old memories, the prehistoric one and everything. So, that's the idea.
We, just for anyone out there listening, we left Stanley on the 31st of December and came back end of February. So it was practically 2 months traveling. First to South Georgia and then to the peninsula, all the way down to latitude 69, 70. What was that? Remember?
Yeah, 69 something. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Close to the 70s. Yeah, very south. It was the idea also in this trip. See everything. I also go to the limit, like a summit. The place we chose was the end of what is called Marguerite Bay, and at the end of that is it's an ice shelf. It's blocked. And it's big satisfaction to arrive somewhere and you get a big ice cliff and you say, right, we are at the end because we cannot go farther. But we did not do that because it was too much ice, not so far, but preventing us to join the ice cliff. Okay, so I was going to say we have to come back, but could I do it? I don't know. We'll see. Yes.
I'm happy to go back anytime, just as a bracket. But so we were 8 people on board the Golden Fleece. I'm gonna ask you next to talk about the boat itself. But so mostly French people on board. I was the only Brazilian on board who barely spoke some French. Just to give an idea for the people who were actually. There were first-time travelers, like there were people there was one person who's never been on board at all. The rest of us pretty much had some sort of a boat experience, not necessarily in Antarctica, but somewhere. I noticed sometimes you have a weather limitation, like the pack ice or the block ice. I imagine over the 5 decades that you've been sailing, since when you actually left on Damien 1, how do you deal with this limitation of weather? Like, how do you feel? Because it might be you wanted to go for as south as possible, but then you realize you cannot. How do you digest this? How do you deal with this stuff?
Wow. No, it's all the time a bit of a deception. I mean, yeah, you are not very. It's like a climber going at the top of a mountain. If you cannot reach the top, even if you are a few meters from the top, it's sometimes slightly annoying. But yeah, I mean, you can cope with that, or try to come back the next year and do it. Yeah, so yeah, that's the way I've done it so far. Because in the peninsula, all this year, we have been sailing a lot in the peninsula for mainly for counting penguin and spotting whatever was living and breeding here. So there's a lot of places we cannot do in one go. It's just some part of the coast, too much ice, don't do it. But 3 years later, yes, you do this little bit, and we add up and read up, so, which makes finally, when I say we, with my wife and when we are sailing with the family, we managed to go all along the coast and spot everything alongside the west coast of the peninsula. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Everything, meter by meter, basically. But this on a lot of years, yeah. Mm-hmm. Waiting for ice disappear in one corner. Everything. It was very interesting. I really enjoyed it because it's a challenge. It's all the time trying, and you can come back the next year and try again. Uh-huh. Very, very attractive. I like it.
And what about the special moments on this trip? What could you recall about our trip? Like what do you keep as a so far? I mean, if you think about the highlights of the 2 months that we've been sailing and moving around.
Well, very difficult to say highlight or thing. No, every day was a highlight. And I'm not joking, I would say that. For me, of course, I know the place, I know the thing, but yeah, every day. For me, the general pleasure is to see people also to come with me and see them enjoying the place. And you were all enjoying the place, enjoying what we see, what we do, enjoy everything, even when we bang on the ice and bang on the rocks. And everybody looked to be still enjoying that. So that's good. Nobody was shouting or saying, I want to go home. No, nobody. Everybody want to stay aboard. So a good sign. Yeah, but not special highlight, no. Just like that. Yes, maybe when you have cooked I don't know what you cook. Was a sort of what do you cook? Something with palmito in it. Yeah.
The pie.
The pie. Yeah, that was
my sister's recipe pie.
Your sister's recipe pie. That was the highlight because it was the only one, but it was good. No, the second one. Sorry. Yeah. Yes. Good.
No, another thing that I have to say, the food on board was absolutely delicious. It was really every single day one choice better than the other. Was incroyable. My favorite French word. I think that the word that we used most during the trip was incroyable.
Incroyable. Incredible. Incredible.
Incredible.
Ah, don't know you say that. No, but yeah, very important. Good food. Remember the feijoada?
Yeah.
Ah. Tell me again, because I'm a French and British and not Brazilian, unfortunately. But the feijoada was like a feijoada, no?
It was delicious.
Seemed like it. She said delicious. I would say incredible, but it's okay. Yeah.
For me, the fondue.
La
fondue.
fondue.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me it was.
We are going to get one tonight before you leave tomorrow, because tomorrow you are leaving us, disappearing, fly to São Paulo, find the big city again. Wow, you are going to love it. Okay. But before going, we get a reindeer, because you remember when we come back to Beaver, to the island, to the place where we live, was nobody for a while, yeah, for the last 2 months anyway. And we saw, what? A reindeer, a couple of reindeer, just close to the house. And my son John go ashore, and boom! Sorry, one dead reindeer was there, and is going what we are going to eat tonight in a fondue bourguignon. Right?
Ooh,
if you want, which is a meat fry, as you know, in the oil. Ooh, it's going to be good. Good. Yes.
How do you choose the people you travel with?
Well, no, I don't choose. Yeah, enthusiasm. Yeah, one point, enthusiasm. People very enthusiastic. Yes, okay, it's good. Generally, it's work. 9 times out of 10. Sometimes it don't work. They are enthusiastic for different reasons. Just to be there, or just no, you know. And there's sometimes it don't work, but generally it's okay. Even I don't choose them for their competence, for their thing, for their permit, their ticket, their fee. No, not at all. Even avoid people which have too much. How do you call that? Qualification. Yeah, that's dangerous. Don't want this sort of thing. But yeah, what I can, just, and if possible, well, like, woman, it's okay. It's better, yeah. It's possible, nice, beautiful woman, but that, you get what you get. So, but, yes. It's good. And not too much man, but well, just a balance, because it's a new balance now. We were
5 women and 3 men.
Yeah, I see. That's a new style now. Yeah, change. Yeah.
I was slightly concerned when I realized we were gonna be 5 women and 3 men. I was saying to my friends, I wish it was the other way around.
No, it's not good.
Yeah, I was wondering that because some people, some skippers, they say sometimes that it's better to have somebody on board free, I mean, not free, but like zero skilled or motivated, but so in order to accept what you're going to say, somebody's already is free of absorbing information and learning, whereas if you have somebody a bit more skilled, is going to say, okay, I have my way of doing, so it might not take your commands or your or, let's say orders, but what you say, it's a bit harder if somebody's too skilled. Some people have told me that they prefer somebody fairly new, rather than somebody skilled, because it's easier to teach and to have on board.
It makes sense. Yeah. But some do overqualified, feel like that. Well, it's depends of their attitude, because you can be very qualified and very good sailor or something like that, and be aboard another one and respect the captain, the order. His way to do the thing. It's quite easy. Now, if you insist to do it your way, when you're that's a complication. But it's also the very qualified people. I don't know. I've seen it happen. Well, years ago was no qualification needed for this sort of thing anyway. Nothing at all. Anybody can do it. But this qualification has come and they become more serious. And now I get, sometime I had, when I was doing charter, and I get the people, the crew, looking for the crew, I get plenty demand for people wanting to be crew. And they start with their qualification. And this is a list of 20 certificates of health, of first aid, of dinghy driving, boat driving, and it's a list, mechanic. He said, yeah, it's what quite a lot of young people do that, when the time they get don't know exactly what to do, they pass qualification. When you get somebody getting a qualification for dinghy driving or this sort of thing, which have last 3 days, I mean, it's absolutely useless. It's terrible, because, in fact, you give a sense of confidence that somebody, yes, you can use the dinghy in a marina, or I ride to Florianopolis or wherever in shelter water to go from the boat to the jetty, but dinghy work, for example, in a south is sometimes it's difficult. It's rough. It's landing among the ice, like next to the rock, with breaker next to the beach. Or it's completely different. And this need to learn on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially in your case because your kids grew up on the boat, so you have like I imagine super young. They were driving the dinghy with super much. I mean, a lot of confidence. I've seen families with young kids doing heaps of stuff and just.
It's more natural. They get it. I think that's good.
What I found very special over this trip, among other things, the way you vibrate, like the way you enjoy things that for you might have been completely common, like a whale coming up, and you make sure you go outside to see it. The way you react, it shows how meaningful and important it is to you, those moments with wildlife. And
No, but it's all time new, a bit new. I know the thing, but I really enjoy it so much. Well, if you get a whale coming next to the boat, you can. It would be awful to say, well, I've seen that all before. Get lost? No, can't. It's still a big moment, and it's all the time a big moment. Well, close for the boat, and you stop and you want to see it, and you hear this. That's a blowing, noise of it's fantastic. This year we are, I think it was very few krill, and they were very busy trying to feed all this whale for the humpback whale, because usually you all time get some very curious. They're really playing with the boat for 1 hour or so, but we have not very much of that. But we get them working and fishing, and it was good. All of this, everything is good. Of course, I'm not going to be blasé about it. If you want this, each time I'm very excited.
Don't break your chair.
Yeah.
Leave it. And be careful with the noise of the chair you make, because we are using the audio. So just to let you know, might be some wood interference on the audio.
The wind of the Falklands.
Yeah.
You would say that. Good.
And what about the boat, Jérôme, Golden Fleece, we traveled on? What can you tell about the boat? Like how it came to your life, and just to catch up a little bit about it.
The basic story is too complicated, but anyway, I had another boat before 50 feet, which and I was starting to make some charter work, especially with BBC, cameraman, wildlife, and all that. So 50 feet was okay for a few years, and suddenly, because this business increased in wildlife filmmaker, that was a thing. They want more comfort, more things. They want a shower, for example. I remember that. Shower. You don't need a shower. You take a bucket of water or hot water and you wash yourself. Yeah, but okay, I start to realize that some people did not work like that. Yeah, because when they travel, they go to a hotel with nice shower, nice white towel, white thing. Okay, we did not get that on the boat. For me, it was okay. And I say, wildlife cameraman. That's for the wildlife. Wildlife cameraman like luxury comfort, city comfort. Yeah, they love it. Well, okay, so I had to change boat if I want to go on this charter business with BBC and with scientific also, with the same thing, which what I start. So I find this bigger boat. Yes, of course, it needs to be bigger, but the gears were going to increase, these people, scientific or cameraman or whatever. So we need more room inside the boat and more comfort. Yeah, and it's a good boat, comfortable. But to tell you, at the end of the time I was working with this cameraman and the boat started to be too small again.
Golden Fleece?
And BBC at least take the other boat of my son, which was a lot bigger boat, about 5 times bigger. And that's it, they need all the time more. But anyway, I'm retired, so at the right time. finished.
And how big is Golden Fleece? What can you tell about the characteristics of the vessel?
Thank you. How big? Quite big. Let me see. Think. About 20 meter long, 6 meter wide, 65 ton, big heavy tank, heavy boat, motor sail and motor. But yeah, comfortable. Accommodate, as you have seen, 8 persons, quite well.
And you can fit up to 16 on board. You said
yeah,
the
we've
maximum
done that. Yeah, no, that's very special. But no, but sometimes yes, some with climber. I think people a bit used to live in a refuge or something like that. They don't mind. Yeah, sleeping in a saloon or this sort of thing. And so yes, at this time it can be 10 or 11 or something possible. But yes, that's a little bit of the boat. Anyways, plenty people.
It's still boat, right?
Yeah, it's a steel boat. Fortunately, it was a staysail schooner. It's become a sort of a ketch, yeah, which is now, yeah, it's still a ketch. Okay, so that's a ketch. Voilà. Transform. No, it's a good boat. I forget, I got it since 27 years, something. A lot longer than I was expected. Well, so yeah, it makes the work, what I want to do, but now it's finished, I think. Petit end of life. Yeah, too much maintenance, too much work, too much money. I have to stop one day.
You've been chartering mostly for scientific projects and
It's quite good the story. I started to sail long time ago, way before you were born, as you know, before the 70, imagine that, 69, long, with a friend on a small boat. Okay, so with this friend was life of adventure thing. We go around the world, pure adventure. Also the formation for life. We are just young. We are very young, 21-year-old when we start. So yeah, we are learning life on the way, and we have a very good trip, a trip that we really enjoy for 5 years around the world. And technically, we go places like Spitsbergen or like the Antarctic, but was just to touch, just to arrive in an extreme place, because it was a choice of our trip. Go also in easy place, but regularly go to somewhere a bit farther. To arrive in this extreme place, just to set the foot ashore, it was elation. It was an immense pleasure, just a foot ashore. That's it. We are not doing very much on the spot. We are not studying anything. We're not carrying people. But just that, yeah. And frankly, I can't say I regret this time, but it was a time when you are young, bit of innocent, not knowledgeable, and you do a thing like that, so the reward, it's enormous. After that, you still get some reward. It's a bit more complicated, because you had a first experience, so you can go a bit further. And the reward is still good, but it decreases a little bit. Yeah. All along your life when you do. So, the thing I want to say is that with Damien too, with a friend who do that, I was going to, next I go with another boat, bigger, made for wife and family, and we go farther. But we forget, because we know already the place with the first trip, because the first trip bring to the second part of my life anyway with a bigger boat, a slightly bigger boat, and we discover a lot of, and start to be, I can say it's very, very knowledgeable, the best knowledge certainly, for the Antarctic Peninsula, South Geórgia, South Falklands, all these places. Yeah. We are knowing all the place at animal life point of view, at study, that we do a lot by ourselves, and that's where we start to work with scientific, because we get this knowledge. And after we work with scientific, we start to work with wildlife. BBC. It was only BBC for years and years. So I like that this life, if you want, where you start completely not knowledgeable, not knowing anything, learning a bit will bring you to learn more with the second time. Mm-hmm. And when you have the knowledge, to share this knowledge with the scientific or with the cameraman, it was sort of logic, which I really, really like. And also, I start to make a bit of money because it was charter, and we have not done that before. We are really living on a very low budget. So I start to make some money and increase then the charter, make proper charter, and start to change boat and make more money. Not really looking for money, but just looking at the fact that the older you become less. We were far from this elation and reward we get from the first time we joined Spitsbergen. You have different joy, but they are slightly poorer.
Different
joy, pleasure, thing. But yeah, the lack of quality. And I was saying you that also when you get used of it, it's not being blasé, but at one moment, about 3-4 years ago, I was doing a work with cameraman again in South Sandwich Island. It's a rough place, it's difficult thing. I've done it before, so I did not want to do it, but it was a beautiful girl producer, and I cannot say no.
Just because of the look.
Yeah, it's just get me. So yes, I do it. Okay, but I know what was going to happen. I know what the condition will be. It's not bad. I still get a certain pleasure to it, but you say, not another time. After that, yeah, if I make one more, it will be at this place at least. It will be too much. It will start to be business, and I never feel to do business. Mm-hmm. I make business, but I didn't know I was making business. I was traveling. I get an opportunity of obviously to sell back in a south. If not, you cannot go with, like for my life, with a friend or your life. We know that right from the beginning with my friend Gérard. We know that we are going for 5 years. And that we are not going to pass more, that after that we will need a wife, and if you have a wife, let me make some children. It's happened, and that's what's happened, so we need a bigger boat, and so on, and the bigger boat was not big enough to make proper charter, so we need another bigger boat, and just you go on like that, right to the end, where one day you have to stop. I stop, but I still cruise. But all this, I enjoy to sail with my friend, I enjoy to sail with my wife, I enjoy to sail with family. But one moment you are not going to spend with your family turning around the world non-stop forever. So yes, you have to change. And that's where I change to proper charter. And also this exchange of knowledge we have accumulated. So we have, because Salut accumulated a lot also, which is part of this thing. And you exchange it, so it's a satisfaction. And for me, it was still an occasion to sell stuff. If not, we will not have sell family life or friend life or family life all our life. So yeah, with the charter, it's allowed me to go more. And now we have stopped the charter. Well, I still obviously managed to do it. With just for cruising, with funny Brazilian woman, other French people, whatever. Yeah, with whatever I find.
Whatever I find is the best. Best definition. Another thing that I was thinking about while we was traveling, is your ability to deal with people, because literally, like, we didn't know each other in person. We've been chatting over Skype for 2 years, whatever, but we didn't know each other properly, and you didn't know other people on board too. It was the first time you actually seeing other of our crew on board for the first time. But it just got my attention how you have to have a skill to deal with people that you barely know, and you put on your life, because your boat is your life, and then you just welcome them, and slowly you get to see how they behave, and slowly you show how they should be behaving. I think it's special gift you have? Because I don't know,
Yeah.
a mix of patience with
That's good.
knowledge and wise behavior.
You know what I told you the secret? I get magic, man.
I'm sorry, what was that again? You have what? French accent.
That makes the thing working. Yeah.
No, seriously, I
I'm very
think
serious.
it's not easy to deal with. I think we should change the chair.
Oh, no.
Because it's too noisy. Choose another spot, sir. Hang on. I'm serious. I think it's not
Me
an.
too. Very serious.
It's not a small stuff to deal with people and get along in a confined and you manage to
Yeah, but not too difficult for them. Well, you have to be. You don't want to be with people. No. But no, I told you, all these people normally are enthusiasts. They want to see the place. I have the knowledge of the place, or at least to guide them, like a good tourist guide or bus driver or whatever you want. That's all. But to see the result that people are really appreciate, yeah, you make feel well with the people. Even the one which are a bit touchy, doesn't matter.
when we touch the floor a few times, like when we
The floor.
slightly kiss the rocks over the trip.
We have been attacked by some rocks. Yeah, sometimes.
Attacked by some
Yeah,
rocks?
yeah.
Yeah.
New rocks are growing. Yeah, but the boat is a bit made for that. Good steel boat, strong. And yeah, if you don't take any risk, you stay a mile away from the coast. But it's not the case. When we touch, generally, we are just a few meters from the shore. Yeah. If you remember.
Thank you so much for listening. If you like this episode and you would like to continue listening, please send me an email to podcastmariasonora@gmail.com and I'll explain you how to get access to exclusive contents. In a very brief description, you need to make a small donation on the value minimum of €3, and I'll give you the bank details, super easy how to do it, and I'll send you over email all the exclusive content for you. That's the strategy I have created recently to make sure the project can keep on existing. I hope you appreciate it and hope to see you and hear from you. All the best, fair winds, and see you then. Bom, esse aqui é o episódio aberto ao público. Para continuar ouvindo o bate-papo com Jérôme Poncet, você precisa fazer uma contribuição através da chave Pix, que é a seguinte: podcastmariasonora@gmail.com. Eu tinha sugerido anteriormente que o valor mínimo fosse de R$15, só que daí rolou um feedback interessante, eu escutei algumas opiniões, então eu decidi mudar. Eu estou aberta a sugestões e a minha nova orientação é a seguinte: tem que fazer um Pix no valor que você quiser, fique à vontade para doar 15, 1, 2, 3, 500, enfim. Quanto você achar que a gente merece, que o projeto mereça, vai ser super bem-vindo. A chave Pix, como eu falei, é podcastmariasonora@gmail.com. Coloca no Pix o seu e-mail e o episódio que quer ouvir, e aí eu envio por e-mail o episódio exclusivo para você conferir a hora que quiser. Muito obrigada por estar aqui compartilhando, acompanhando essa conversa super legal com o Jérôme. E eu volto logo mais com mais bate-papo para você. Valeu, uma ótima semana e, como sempre, muitos bons ventos.